Hi guys, Colesy, and today I want to show you a little bit of tech that I bought quite a while ago actually, related to my Nintendo Switch. Today we're talking about this little boy. Now this little tiny little Switch dock here is it's a Switch dock, I kind of said it in the name. But yeah, this is a little Switch dock which is an alternative to the standard classic Switch dock. Now there's many reasons why you might want one of these. So the reason why I bought myself a secondary dock, I have a dock already that I got with my Switch when I bought it. However, they're quite large. One thing is the original Switch docks, they're fairly large. So being able to have a small, easily portable, like literally like this could fit in your pocket easily. In my pocket, it's in my pocket, it's just here. Like this is easily transportable, easily carryable, and it's super simple to use. It's literally like plug and play. It works exactly the same way that the normal Switch dock does. You plug it in, it's got power on the back, it's got a HDMI, and it's got a USB port if you want to plug in like a controller or anything like that. Maybe one of these. If you don't know what this is, it's a poker hatcher, and I've made a couple of videos about it, which I will link to in the description. But yeah, you could plug something like this into it. One of the main features, one of the main best things about this thing is its small, compact size, and portability. It's quite light, which is, you could say, off-putting, but I think it's actually really good, the fact that it's a light piece of plastic. I mean, all it is plastic with a little board inside, I guess, that runs through the signal, through the charging port, runs it through into the TV or whatever you're plugging it into. It also charges it, so it's not going to be a heavy device, it's only little. As I've said, I had this for months, and I didn't mention it straight away because sometimes I like to, if it's something that I'm not entirely 100% sure about initially when I buy it, I like to give it a good trial before I'm going to share it with you guys, because if it turns out to be trash, I just won't tell you guys, because I don't want you to buy trash, basically. But actually, no, I think this is really good. So the portability is great. Now, for me, we have a few TVs in the house, and obviously in the office here, I plug in the Switch to record or stream games on my Switch. Now, it's annoying having to move the big dock, the one dock that you get with your Switch. It's annoying having to move that around if you want to play the Switch in different locations in your house, on different TVs or in different places, which again is why one of these as a secondary dock is super handy, because you can just place it down. It doesn't take up too much room. Yes, you're going to need to have a USB-C charger to plug into this. Caitlin has a Switch Lite, so you get a charger with that, so I can actually use that charger. Being able to have multiple docks is really useful, especially for me when I want to make a video or something about a Switch game. Then I can just come in here, slot my Switch onto this, and then run it through a capture card, and simple, so I don't have to move the entire dock. Another reason why you might want to grab one of these, the normal Nintendo Switch docks are expensive. They're quite expensive to buy. I think this is about £30, whereas a normal Nintendo Switch dock, I've seen them go secondhand for like £50, and on Amazon they're even higher than that. So buying this actually saves you a bunch of money, and you don't lose any functionality with it. It does exactly what the normal Switch dock does. Another thing, not something that I've personally experienced, but I know that in the early years, the original Switch docks were also scratching screens. I'm not entirely sure if that's something that has been fixed since. I haven't really noticed it with my Switch using my dock, but I don't know whether that is still an issue. But in this case, that's not going to happen, because this thing, you don't slide it into like between two pieces of plastic. It's just literally the connector is there, and it just kind of sits on there rather than being slid into it. So it, in a way, protects it more from that happening to your Switch. Obviously, there's a lot of positives about this thing. It works the same as any other normal Switch dock does. You put your Switch on it, it charges it, and it outputs the HDMI signal from the Switch through into the screen. It's a Switch dock, that's how it works. I will put a link in the description where you can go grab it. It is on Amazon. Another thing that I actually really like about this, in my household, we have a normal Switch, a standard Switch if you want to call it that, and then Caitlin, my daughter, has a Switch Lite that we got her. So normally we would charge the normal Switch in the dock like you would do with a normal Switch. You charge it in the dock, but with the Switch Lite, obviously you can't do that. You can't charge it in a standard Switch dock because it does not fit, because they're not made to do that. They can't output a signal through HDMI, so they don't need to go in the dock. So you just plug them in with a normal like AC adapter that you plug into the wall, and then you just plug the USB-C cable into the bottom. Now the good thing about this, or the thing I like about this, is that you can put a switch light on this as well, because it's not got this big plastic shroud that's stopping you, like preventing you from putting a switch light in it because of its size. You can put a switch light on this and it will charge it perfectly fine. Obviously it can't output the signal through the HDMI, it can't output the screen, but you can still put it on here and just charge it on here, and it just sits on here nicely, and it looks nicer. It's like a nice little pedestal for it to sit on as well as charge. It's got a couple of other things. So it's got this one button on the front here. Now, when you plug this in, it will light up green to let you know that it's charging. But also, if you push the button, you can switch between it outputting the HDMI signal to the screen and it just charging and showing the screen on the Switch itself. So you can just use this as sort of like a little charging dock that you can sit there and you can just sit your Switch in it. Again, it works with the Switch Lite. So if you wanted to put the Switch Lite on here, have it charging, and then use, say, a controller or some Joy-Cons to then play that Switch, but while it's just sat in here charging, you could do that. So I think the best way to show you this is to plug it in and then just show you how it works to record a little bit of gameplay. So I will hook this up, it won't take me 2 seconds, and then we'll record some video stuff. I have the dock plugged in next to me with the HDMI in. HDMI is connected to my secondary monitor that goes through a capture card so I can record it for you guys. I have here my Switch, and I'm going to just dock it on the Switch and then load up a game. We just slot it on, give it a little push down, it sort of clicks into place. The green light comes on the bottom of it, and now it's on the monitor. So now if I move, you can see that I'm playing on the Switch. So the green light is on. You can see on the screen that it says it's charging. So obviously it's connected to the dock and it is charging. I'll do a quick video to show you how the button thing works. So this is on the dock. It's connected to the screen. It is all working. If I move this, you'll see that it moves on the screen like that. So you can see here that the little button, if I just push this little button, the screen goes off, but it comes on here. So there I can control it from here, and then if I want to put it back on the TV, I just click the button again, wait for it to load up on the TV, wait for the signal to be found, and there it goes. Takes a second just to, I don't know, that might be more my monitor than anything, but there we go, and that's back on, and I can control it. Cool. Super simple how it works. Super compact, super like just useful. I can just load up Animal Crossing. I mean, I haven't played this in ages, but here we go. I'm just playing some Animal Crossing. It's just me running about with my first PC stuff on. I've seen docks where you're like, oh, that's a great deal for a dock, but then it turned out it was just the plastic housing and you actually had to take apart a normal Switch dock to get the board out of it, and then you'd put that in this little housing. Now this thing just comes ready to go out the box. It's just plug and play, simple. I like the compactness of it. It works perfectly fine. It's actually a nice way to display the Switch. One of the things I dislike a little bit about the normal dock is that when you've got your Switch in it, it's just kind of like a boring standard black plastic block. I mean, obviously if you've got the standard one, you don't have any skins on it or anything. But with this, like your Switch is more on show. It's got like a little pedestal that's nice. I like it. It's a really nice way to charge like a Switch Lite as well, which I think is really cool. I'll quickly show you how the Switch Lite charges on it. Again, exactly the same way as the Switch charges, except you just can't HDMI output to play it. You just charge it on there, but you can still play on it while it's charging, which is a great little feature. Unplug that boy. There we go. That's off there. Turn that off. So there we go. And then we just... excuse the finger marks on this, it is Caitlin's Switch that's got a few mucky finger marks because she's a child. Give it a little push and you'll see that it's lit up and it's charging. Simple as that. Now that is on charge and that's how we normally leave it to charge. There we go, guys. I can't remember the name of it, to be honest, but like I said, I will put a link in the description. If you go to that link, it super helps me out because I'm now starting to use this Amazon affiliate link stuff. So I'm trying that out to see if that is a helpful way for me to make a little bit more income from doing these videos. Go and check it out. I think it's a super cool little alternative to a standard Switch dock. It's also super useful for if you're traveling, or if, again, like I said, if you just want to have multiple docks around without having to spend a fortune on original Switch docks. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I know I don't really do these tech reviews as much with these little things. I like looking at new tech and accessories for things, so maybe I'll feature more of those on the channel. Please do let me know if you want to see more of those on the channel. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe as well. It does super help me out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!